say the hosting chronicles.
The hosting
Diary.
episode. So we talked about before how we don't attend parties that much because it's like the culture is normally like it's too hard, obviously, to do everything from scratch. So if you're inviting people over, you just order some pizzas, get a bunch of Bud Light and plastic water bottles and have people over or something like that.
Yeah.
And we like know that now, that like if we're gonna go to a place, like we always eat before and then bring our own drinks. So that's like a good option. But today I wanted to like talk a lot about when we do have people over, how to cook from scratch, how to prepare everything so that you can serve what we normally eat, but on a larger scale for more people. Because my biggest thing is I would never host a party and serve things that I don't feel are healthy for myself. And I think a lot of people do that of like, well, we have to have options for everyone and we have to just have a bunch of stuff, so they get really low quality, horrible stuff just to have it for the party. And I feel like that's honestly rude to serve people stuff that you know is not
Just
healthy.
shit quality, yeah.
Yeah. And it even goes to like, I know people that will like bake cookies and cakes and not eat it because they know like I used shit flour, bad quality sugar, bad quality ingredients. I would never eat this, but I'm gonna like give it to my friends and my neighbors and my families. And I think that's like very rude.
Because it's part of hosting. It's just what you do.
I think that's horrible and rude. If you want to bake just for fun and use cheap, bad ingredients that you wouldn't eat, then just do it like a food commercial. Just make it for display, set it on your table, and then throw it away after a couple of days.
Yeah.
It's rude to serve that to people.
Yeah. I mean, you pretty much covered all of it. It's like the basis of everything, because we've definitely hosted people several times. Not like big groups or anything like that. We have the one time.
Yeah, when we did our wedding celebration, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
We had a lot of people help us, but I made sure like, you guys need to make it this way. I made the Caesar salad. I made my homemade Caesar dressing. I used homemade croutons from my sourdough bread. I prepped it all before. And even though that was a group of like 55 people, everything, my mom made the sourdough baguettes from scratch.
Yeah.
For the like bruschetta that we had. So like, we have done it on a big scale, but I'm more talking for like, if you're
like,
having
even like the after that, when people came over.
Like so we did that, and then
so
after that,
group, so it was like
we had
another,
like 20
15-20
people come over and have pizza and
yeah, but
what
we
else did we
made
have?
mini pizzas. So like,
Yeah.
you made the dough, a ton of dough ahead of time, the sauce and everything. I mean, I don't know. It just, for me, it doesn't make sense. The argument of it takes too much time to prepare all this stuff. Well, then you shouldn't be hosting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've even gone to people's houses and I'm watching the host serve and plate and do all these table settings, and they don't have a bite. And it's like, I always think like, oh, how come you're not eating your own stuff? Because like they're on like a diet or whatever usually. I just find it
That's
like,
the excuse.
Don't make things that are using unhealthy ingredients and serve that to guests. And there is a way to cook from scratch the way you do for like your family on a larger scale. It does take a lot of prep, but like not that much, like just the day before.
Yeah, but it just comes down to, if it's not something that you would do for yourself and your immediate family, the people that you eat with every day, then you shouldn't be inviting 4 of your friends over and then just throwing the handbook out the window and going, well, we need to swing by the store, grab a bunch of Doritos and some hot dogs we can whip up quick because everybody's gonna be hungry.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
hate
just-
that.
If that's not something you would do on a daily basis with whoever you're with, and I don't understand people who do that.
Yeah.
Because we've had like small numbers of people over, like 2 people or something like that, and it just you make double what we'd make for us.
Mhm.
But like we don't, just because the quantity of people have changed, that all of a sudden the quality has to drop. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Um,
And
it's a lazy excuse. We're throwing this get together just within the next 2 hours, so we got to just whip it all together, and it just, I don't know. I think it takes away from the overall experience.
Mhm.
And yeah.
It comes down to like the day before. So we could kind of go over what we did we had a barbecue a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We had brisket sandwiches and a salad.
Yeah.
And that's what we had. I also served drinks. I did hibiscus lemonade and I think a coconut water orange juice thing. So like drinks too, like you don't have to just go buy sodas for like that is something we would never do.
Yeah.
And so for that barbecue, I didn't just go to the store and buy buns and bags of chips and pasta and stuff. I didn't really buy much at the store at all. I spent probably the day before or the weekend before. The weekend before I made a batch of pasta dough and I just froze it. And then I made like the squiggly pasta out of it.
Yeah.
And that was for the salad. And then I also made the buns for the brisket sandwiches. I made those the day before or 2 days before.
Yeah, it's pretty close to it, yeah.
Because I wanted them to be fresh.
Yeah.
And then I went to the farmer's market, the farm stand, and got lettuce for the salad and bell peppers for the dressing. And then the morning of, I made the dressing. It was like a roasted red pepper dressing. So that was done. And I also chopped up the tomato and the bell peppers to go in the salad. That way when people were here, all I had to do was dump the lettuce, the chopped vegetables, the dressing in a bowl. Then I boiled the noodles, threw that in the bowl, and mixed it up. So I didn't have to do like cooking.
The bread's ready to go. You just toast it a little bit.
Yeah, the buns were ready.
Obviously, the meat you cooked the day
I
up.
chopped up the onion before so that we didn't have to do that. And then you just seasoned the brisket the night before.
Yeah.
And then you had it on the grill the whole day.
But, I mean, one thing that I think people need to stop doing, no matter what quality of the meal you're providing when you're hosting something, is having 400 options of like this side and this side. And we got chips and dip, and we got salads, and we got guac.
Appetizer and dessert.
Nobody eats all this stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. You got hamburgers and hot dogs
because that's
and
where
pizza.
the quality has to go down. If you have that many things.
You're not
too many irons in the fire.
Yeah. It's not a buffet here.
And my thing is, this is like, we go to parties occasionally. Like, I went to a baby shower a couple weeks ago. I knew before I went there, I'm not going to eat whatever they have.
Yeah.
That's just, I most of the time go to events that I choose to go to, knowing I'm probably not going to want what they have. It doesn't matter. They aren't serving it for me. They are doing what they want to do for their party. That has nothing to do with me. I'm going and I'm having fun. I can bring my own drink and I can eat before or I can eat after. I always plan for that. And I think that's what people should do. And like, if you're hosting a party, I think like, what would I enjoy? And if there's someone there that like is like, oh, I hate tomatoes, I can't eat that. It's like, okay, that's fine. You can eat when you leave.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to cater to that because it's not like
Yeah.
that's just not something I worry about.
No, people just have this idea in their head. They have to like give their guests like a menu to choose from. Like you have so many different options. I don't want to disappoint anybody.
But
I
then the
don't care.
quality is
People
going
that
down
Yeah, people
because
that
you
come
can't
over, they
do.
know today. I said I'm going to be making a roast. If you showed up, "Oh, I don't really want a roast," then fucking go to Wendy's afterwards. I don't care, dude. But people get too caught up in trying to cater to everybody that they end up making 1,000 things, and I don't care who you are. The quality is going to drop.
Hmm.
It's just reality. Um, so I think, yeah, what it comes down to mainly is what you said initially. Just if you're hosting, I don't care if you're hosting just a friend and their wife or whatever, or if it's 15, 20 people. You gotta make what you would make for yourself normally. Otherwise, it's going to look like a facade. It's
Hmm.
gonna look not real. No one's gonna touch it. You're not eating it. That doesn't give anyone the confidence to try the stuff. And it's
Exactly.
just, yeah, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And the wrong way is oftentimes the one that people do most of the time, where it just slap a bunch of things together, give people 100 options so you don't disappoint anybody.
Yeah.
And the quality is lost.
Hmm. Yeah. I think it's like a nice and easy thing to do occasionally. I also think on this same kind of topic, we've talked a lot about like who you invite over. Like it really affects the energy of the home. So
Yeah.
that's just something to also be cautious and think about. Like I always like clean a bit before people come over, but I always feel like no matter who it is, no matter how amazing the people are, you have to clean the house after people leave because I feel like a different energy in the house. And obviously if you invite someone that maybe is judgmental or toxic, that could be it could linger and like be
Yeah.
a really negative thing too.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like when you pet a dog, they always shake themselves off before they move on.
Yeah, I've talked about that.
I mean, yeah, that is very important because, I mean, everybody's guilty of doing it. You go to someone's house and you have thoughts, you say something to your significant other or close friend or whatever. Oh, yeah, this place is disgusting. They got trash everywhere, whatever. I mean, you're putting that out there in someone else's home, and that energy just kind of floats around there, and it affects people, whether it's big or small. It's a real thing. I've seen it happen first hand.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, that I think is a factor you have to be aware of anytime you're going in someone else's space. Like you just have to take into account that you're entering someone else's territory, someone else's, you're going in their space. And not everybody does things the same. Doesn't mean you have an issue with them, but some people decorate their house differently than we do. Some people use different cleaning solutions than we do. I'm not gonna say that they're a bad person because it is what it is. So you have to be aware of that, like when people are coming into your house as well as when you're going into other people's houses. Like, you know, the energy does shift, and I don't know. It can be a big factor if you're not aware of it, and you're constantly bringing people over and stuff like that. It just ends up putting a lot of unnecessary pressure on you
Hmm. Yeah.
because you feel like you're being judged heavily every time I come over. People are judging and critiquing my food and my cleaning and this, and it's like because they are
Yeah. Though that's very true.
subconsciously
And that's
or
why,
not.
like,
It's
with
because they are.
hosting, I am very, like, we really don't host that often.
Yeah.
But I've liked how when we've done it recently, how everything is the way we would do it if it was just us two. Like, I've not
Yeah.
cut corners, and that's what I'm wanting to share. And, like, I like that a lot because I never want to give someone, like, a drink that has Red 40 in it while
Yeah.
they're at my house. Like,
Yeah.
I would never serve
Because we
that.
just had to whip up this batch of punch to
Yeah.
make sure everybody has something to drink.
Yeah, but at the same
No,
time.
they
Like,
give you quality, and if it runs out, it runs out. It
yeah,
is what
and
it is.
yeah, and we are like not doing this all the time because it is a lot of work. It is true. People are like coming in judging everything.
Yeah.
How clean your house is, what your food tastes like,
Yeah.
everything.
100%.
And that's not a bad thing. That's just
That's human
hosting.
nature. That's
Yeah,
human.
that's part of the
nature.
game.
I don't care who you are. That's just human nature.
Yeah. But I don't know. I like the drink you have right now.
Oh yeah.
What are you drinking?
Got it when. Well, I got the recipe. Had it for the first time when we were in Italy. The way that it was pronounced by several bartenders was the Hugo. It's spelled like Hugo Boss.
Yeah, I think you talked about it on the episode where we did like the whole reflection on the honeymoon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's the best. It's they label it as the rival to the Aperol Spritz, but I think it blows the Aperol Spritz out of the water. It's very good, very simple. It's a little bit lighter and refreshing. It's just elderflower liqueur, prosecco, sparkling water, and I just got some mint leaves out of the garden. Just not muddle them, but twist them up a little bit, get the oils out.
Infuse
them, yeah. But it's very light, refreshing, whereas the Aperol Spritz can kind of seem a little bit heavy.
Well, and they do not make Aperol anymore. That's not with food dyes.
Yeah.
So that's why we've canceled that after that fiasco at the lake we discussed.
Yeah. No, because, Aperol used to be, there still are variations.
I think it used to be made from lice.
It's some kind of bug.
I want them to go back to lice.
Well,
I'll drink it if they make it from lice.
I don't think
the blood of lice.
I don't think it's
lice. Yeah, because lice sucks blood, and so they have red inside, so that dyes the drink.
No, I don't think that's what it is.
I think so.
No, there's a certain bug. It's used a lot in spices in Mexico. I can't remember the name of the bug. I don't remember if it is some kind of lice-related bug or whatever. But either way, it's a bug that lives... Like, it only comes out certain times of the year. It's usually just underground doing its thing. But it comes out, and there's a ton of them for, like, 2 or 3 months out of the year. And so, like, whoever's responsible for the cooking, which, is usually going to be the women, they take several weeks at a time. They go catch all these bugs, and they roast them, and then they crush these bugs up, and they get, like, a red powder from it. That used to be how they would color... things like Aperol and a lot of other things before the artificial food dyes were a thing.
Yeah, but now you can't find it.
But
Even
now,
in Italy, it's red 40, which I thought was illegal there, but no.
They have variations of the Aperol there that doesn't use the red 40, but it doesn't taste the same. So it's not that good. So yeah, if you're going to get an Aperol Spritz, it's going to have chemicals in it, and I don't stand by all that. So the Hugo is where it's at.
That's fun. I like hosting, obviously. Well, yeah, all times. Like, it's fun when you could just go out to the garden. Like, you're making drinks and you got to go out to the garden to get mint for the drink. That's, like, the best. And I try to have most of things prepped because it is hard to have people over and be cooking. So that's why, like, the morning of, I, like, chopped up most of the vegetables for the salad, chopped up for the everything, made the sauces, had the bread and the pasta already made. But like certain things like little herbs or toppings to just run out to the garden is fun.
Here. Oh, we need more basil. Run out there and grab some.
Yeah, when we're doing
basil.
pizza.
Yeah, it's like just having that is nice, But some people that don't have that option.
Everyone has that option.
Well, everyone has an option, but I'm saying like they haven't set themselves up to have that option.
Yeah.
Oh no, we ran out of basil. What are we going to do? Someone run to the store real quick, grab some more Cheetos, grab some more Dr. Pepper, and another case of Coors Light, and we're going to be good again.
It's horrible.
We got to keep these people entertained. And it ends up being so stressful because you turn your house into a fucking restaurant for like 4 hours. Yeah, and it's all in an effort to like feel good about yourself because you served all these people. Yeah, you served them dog food,
I
man.
would rather, this is what we did and what we do. I would
Yeah,
rather serve one round of a great drink, the hibiscus lemonade. I made it myself
yeah,
from lemons, honey, local honey. Like, serve one round of
yeah.
that, and then we ran out, and there's nothing else. So now we have to
Well,
find a different
it was
drink.
when I wasn't here, but there was a few people that came over. They were like in the area, and you made, I think it was exactly that same drink, and one of the folks crushed it immediately. It was like, oh, I want some more. It was like, no, there's no more. Damn it.
Yeah.
Like,
And
but that's it.
that's,
But you're not gonna like rush and be like, oh no, I feel bad. Let me. Oh, we got some soda in this cooler right here. If you want to have some of that as well. It's like, no. But people take on the pressure, and I think that's what makes it disingenuous, and it makes it stressful, and it makes it not enjoyable for the people hosting.
well, and I want to change like party culture, hosting culture to not be focused around fake chemical food.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I wanted to talk about this, because we've been able to do it a couple times, and I think a lot of people would say it's not doable, and it really was. Like, I've tried to make burger buns in the past, and they did not turn out well. So this time I like made them a couple days in advance and really took my time and really followed the
Yeah.
recipe instead of just like what I normally do. I just kind of do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I don't usually follow recipes, but it worked out, and it's not hard if you prep the like bread stuff in advance, the pasta in advance, and then make the sauces and chop up the produce the morning of,
Yeah.
and then you're barbecuing or whatever. It's all like immediate. It's pretty quick.
Well, and then I think some of that also comes down to the same idea as like not living outside of your means, like for whatever, financially, whatever it is. I think a lot of people try to do that. Like we were able to do this, time and time again. Not like we're doing it every weekend, but whenever we decide, oh, we want to have these 2 or 4 people over, we know how much that we can do for us and for other people. But we don't try to just set out to have some like astronomical amount of people here. Just like we want to have a party for like 40 people. I don't care who you are. The
Well,
quality's going to
once
drop.
we did that, I had to get my aunt and my mom to help me.
Yeah.
And I put things in their hands that I like
But
told them
people
how
try
to
to do
do
that
it.
like just like you and me.
No.
Going like, yeah, we're gonna host this party for whatever holiday or event is coming up, and we're gonna have somewhere between 40 and 60 people here.
But then just have people come over and
Get a catering team or something. I don't know.
I don't even know. I like when we had like
It's like
20
we're not
people
we're not having food
doing
if you're-
pizzas. It was hectic, but it worked.
because they were little
Because
mini pizzas.
everyone makes their own, so you just had to have the sauce
Yeah,
and the cheese already
there's
ready.
ways to do that. Or if you're gonna have a large number of people, do just like small appetizers. Do like some, as goofy as it sounds, like some of those like, what do they call those? Like those finger foods or something like that.
Well, that's what we did for our wedding thing.
Yeah,
We just did
do
like bruschetta.
something like that.
We did like little cups of Caesar salad.
Yeah.
We did hummus on a little toasty. Like everything was homemade.
Yeah. And like if you're gonna do large numbers, I think that's the way to do it, and you can still provide drinks and stuff like that on a small level.
I always think of it like we go to parties pretty much every time now and don't take one bite of food or one sip
Never.
of their drink. So whenever I have people over, I don't approach it like I am feeding this starved human being, and if they don't have mountains of food, I failed and they're going to be starved. Like,
Yeah, no.
I don't care like that. Like, that's
Yeah.
weird. It's just let them be adults. If they're gonna be a baby and be like, I don't eat cucumbers and the salad
The
has
door's
cucumbers.
right there. Your car's out the
Okay,
driveway.
go
Beat
make
it.
your own
I don't
food when
care.
you get home.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you're not gonna die. You're fine. Yeah, I think that just the way to approach it is, yeah, like you're not taking on this person's hunger journey for yourself. Like the goal is to get together and spend time with people that you enjoy being with. And if it's a small number and you can feasibly make something to eat and provide whatever drinks, that are along the same lines as what you would have, then go for it. But
Well,
if you're
you could actually. I just forgot when you weren't here. I hosted 4 people by myself, and we did sandwiches. And I made focaccia bread in advance. And then we all went out to the garden and we picked zucchini, tomato,
yeah,
lettuce. We picked everything. And then I grilled the zucchini while we were just talking. And then we all just made our own sandwiches. And that was so fun and cute and
but
easy.
because that is within your means. Like
Yeah,
this is we have a set amount of people. I would make this for myself, whether these people were here or not.
exactly.
But you can't do that when you have 40 people over.
Yeah.
That's not to say you shouldn't have 40 people over. If you want to hang out with 40 people, go all for it. But you got to change up how you're going to be, I guess, entertaining that many people. Like, you can have 2 people over and watch a football game. You can't have 40 people over and watch a football game in your living room. It's not going to work. You have to change up how you do it.
People do that for like Super Bowl and they make horrid food and drinks for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is once you start getting in those bigger
Frozen.
numbers,
All frozen food.
it's nothing but frozen pizzas and taquitos. It just there's just you got to change up the way that you approach it. You can invite that many people, but unfortunately, you're not going to be able to make a bunch of homemade. You name it. You're going to have to dial back what kind of food and the amount of food that you're going to be doing. That's what I said. A big group, change it up. Now we're going to do small bites. We're going to do small things. I'm not going to rush and try to make 84 cheeseburgers.
Or you have to come in and make it yourself, like with the pizzas. We
Yeah.
prepare the dough for you, then
Yeah.
you come in, make your own pizza. We'll throw it on the
Yeah.
oven.
100%.
That's fun. This is really just my PSA to stop throwing parties with like bags of chips
Garbage.
and gas station food.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. Yeah.
And if you do, that's fine. Like it depends what it is. We like go or not go based on like what we feel called to, but we don't eat anything.
Yeah, I don't partake in any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I think you're a bad person.
No.
You do whatever you want, but I'm saying you're wasting your money.
That's what I hate about it.
You're wasting
well,
your money.
Okay, you talk about this all the time. Like, it does feel bad when people offer you things and you decline. Like, I hate that. Like, it feels bad, but I just wish it wasn't.
Yeah, because
but
they're
I'm
doing
not
something they
gonna
don't
have
need
it.
to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
You say this happens to you all the time at, like, work. People will come and bring you.
it's happened 15 times in the last week and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, give you a couple examples. First one, the main one, is I bring my own water with me. I like my water quality from home. I have a big, like, I don't know how many ounces it is, one of those massive thermos deals. It's a growler I got from a brewery.
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel growler.
But we don't drink out of plastic bottles.
Yeah, I don't do that because those water bottles, I don't know how long they've been sitting in the sun, how long they've been in that plastic, don't know where the water came from, whatever. I don't need to be taking any more plastic into my body than I already have. Well, we have those at work. It's the law. You have to have water bottles on in an ice chest, in a refrigerator, whatever it is, depending on what time of year, temperature, blah, blah, blah. Well, I bring my own water with me. That's all I drink. Occasionally, if I run out of water, yeah, I'm still going to drink water. I got to have these. But my coworkers love to just and it's a nice thing they're doing, but they all know by now. Everybody's getting hot. Everybody's sweaty. Oh, go over to the ice chest, grab a couple of waters. Hey, here's a water for you. No, I'm all right. I have mine. And mine's sitting right next to me, open. And, I get berated like I'm being ungrateful. Like, oh, I went and grabbed this for you. I didn't fucking ask you to grab it for me. Take that, drink it yourself, give it to someone else, dump it down the toilet. I don't care. I have my own. You've known I've had my own ever since the day you first met me. Another one. A week ago. We're all on a job somewhere, and we're waiting for whatever. We had 2 hours, 3 hours to kill. Well, 2 of the guys that were with me, they were hungry. They wanted to go get something to eat. I have my lunch with me, or actually, no, I didn't even have food with me. I just I'm not eating garbage. I'm going home in 4 hours. Well, they're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go get some burritos. You want anything? No, I'm good. Told them I don't want anything. I'm good. They left, go to wherever they go. They come back. try like force feeding me some burrito they got from some shithole corner. I was like, no, I'm good. And they like started treating me once again like I was being ungrateful. We bought this for you, man. I told you no. You asked me, I told you no. You spent money you did not have to spend, and now you're making me the bad person. You're making me the fall guy. This happens more often than not in my work life.
Well, what I always
It's
say,
like, dude, I didn't. I've got guys that do.
you have to like
At the end of
teach
the day,
people.
oh, you want a beer? Yeah, beer sounds nice, but I think I'm all right. They come back with a 24 pack of some shit, and they're like, hey man, you want to have a beer? No, not that. Well, I bought this for both of us. It's like, I didn't ask you to buy this for both of us. I told you this sounds nice, but I don't really want one. Like but the trap that people oftentimes find themselves in.
Well, I'm
is
thinking
they
at
go
a party.
they go to
they
a party.
walk around serving cake. Do you guys? And they are
And
like
they feel
putting it in your
bad.
face.
Yes.
And that's the
So-and-so
scenario.
made this homemade cake, or they went and bought this custom cake.
Yeah.
This cake costed us $200 because whatever.
But you have
and you
to.
feel bad and you go, oh yeah, let me try. No.
You have to teach people, like, this is where, like, most people will accept it and even, like, take a bite or two and then throw it away just to be nice. I disagree with that.
Some people just hold on to it for a while.
Yeah, refuse, because
No.
then you're teaching people and showing the host, like, next time they're going to order a cake, think like, oh, we probably don't actually need to spend that much money on ordering this cake because nobody eats it.
They looked in the trash can afterwards and 90% of the cake was
Like,
still sitting on people's
these are
plates
the
in
type
trash
of
can.
little micro things that we need to start doing to teach people and show people, like, what is valuable when you're having people over. The cake that you store bought, nobody wants it. And I mean, if you yourself want it as the host, then have it.
Buy it. Eat the whole damn thing.
Yeah, have it. But don't buy it thinking, like, I have to have this to serve to all my guests, and then feel bad when people decline it.
Well, that's like the last deal that we were at. I was staying next to two people that were offered cake, and I got looked in the eye and no one offered me cake because they know. I've said no for how many years now?
Exactly.
I don't want any.
And that's great.
They came over, here's some cake for you, here's some cake for you, looked at me, turned around, walked away. Like, there was no argument, not just a nice smile, and it just like, they know I say no every time. I don't want this.
That's what I say, like, train people how to teach you.
Yeah.
And, like, everybody who's close to us knows we're not going to have anything that is synthetic
and it
chemicals.
doesn't,
and that's nothing
personal.
wrong. Like, if the people that we hang, if those people, they are happy and they want to keep consuming that, knowing what they know,
doesn't bother me at all.
That is completely fine. I'm just talking about, like, people who, like, as a host, a lot of people do it where they buy stuff that they themselves would never eat, or they make bread that they themselves won't eat because they know they don't use good flour, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to make this bread because it's fun to make sourdough and then give it away to my friends or neighbors. That's rude.
That's
it's not good enough for yourself.
What are you doing?
Yeah, if it's not good enough for yourself, you're choosing to poison your friends and family. You know it's poison, so you're like, I'm not eating that, but I'll give it away to you guys.
Just like if I know I'm going to have a bunch of people over and people are going to be drinking, I'm not going to drop my standards and all of a sudden just go, oh, I need to buy a bunch of shit beer that's cheap. I'm still going to provide the same stuff that I would have. And if I run out, I run out. I'm not going to cut corners.
Exactly.
And I just, that, and I think also people need to stop wasting their money on stuff that nobody's going to eat. And the only people that do end up eating this stuff, like majority of people, I don't care who you are, you're eating out of pity. Yeah. And you're like, oh, the host spent so much money on this. They spent a lot of, and you hear like, oh, you know how much time they spent making this, all these burgers today? Yeah, we should have a burger. It's like, no, I don't care. I didn't ask you to do that. But people get caught in that, like on both sides. There's just foul plays on both sides where it can all be avoided.
Yeah.
Just stay true to yourself, and this can all be avoided. But people get around others, friends, family, neighbors, I don't care who it is, and their standards change because all of a sudden they want to be considerate and they want to be compassionate about how much work someone put in, how much money someone spent, how much time someone... I don't care. I didn't ask you to do that. Just like if I'm hosting, I'm not going to expect you to eat all of my food. I'm not going to expect you to even show up here and want to eat.
But that's why
I'm making dinner for myself. I told you guys ahead of time, I'm making pizza. If you guys want some, there'll be plenty.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't eat, I'm not going to get mad. I'm still going to eat my pizza.
And that's why whenever we host, if nobody else eats it, I'm not going to be mad because, like, I would like the leftovers because
Yeah,
it's something that I would eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, obviously, I'm not expecting leftovers. I'm hoping everybody enjoys it. But if not, like, I'm not going to be like, dang, now we wasted all this food. It's like, oh, well, I have lunch for the rest of the week now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it just comes down to people need to be more honest and true to themselves.
Yeah, that's what I say. Cheers to hosting in alignment with your values.
Absolutely. Cheers.